Hello, welcome back to Shirts in Time with me, Jake Shirts, and my beautiful co-host Dan Shirts, the fan at you free. How are we doing, mate?
I'm very good, mate. Everyone can calm the fuck down. I'm back now. Steady the ship. Get this back on track. No more your freewheeling, mate. Get your feet off the desk. We got work to do, Jake. I mean,
snuck in my pal HP. Just to get,
put that fag out, mate. We got to get this job a knock. Boss is back.
Big Boss has been in Bali, but I'm going to sneak HP in while he's away.
I saw that. He's on batting order. No, mate, good work. Well done. He's held the fort. But like the boss who walks in and shakes the client's hand after you've done all the work, that's me. So good to see you, Dave. How you doing? Welcome to Triple F, first favourite of fantasy. How you doing, mate?
I am very well, gents. I'm honoured to be here. Thank you very much for the invite. And even more importantly, thank you very much for getting me on when the boss is back and not just trying to sneak me in when the goat's not on. Appreciate it. That's what you told me to say, right? Yeah.
That's it. Checks in the post, mate.
Awesome.
So just before we get going, right, get into this. Shirts versus Boots, this is our 6th year, right? Every single year, we have some very, very good people that always support and sponsor the event and really help out and promote the charities and do everything. Dave, for those who don't know, is the reason why we have Sam Beast Consulting, either on the front, the back, on the training kits, slathered around the pitch, on the posts. You've supported this event like no one else has for the whole time. And Dave, what's your favourite shirts boots that you've been to?
In terms of the kit,
that you've attended, what's your favourite shirts boots day that you've been to? Just to tell us,
Oh, I need to wrap my brains. There's been so many, Dan. That's the problem. Right? They've all been so good. Gosh, yeah, about that. Haven't made it to one yet, but yeah, I've been there in spirit.
Very much so.
Kids, all of that jazz. But no, it's I can't believe it's year 6, to be honest. But no, as soon as I saw that this thing was going on, 6 odd years ago, when you were posting all about it on Instagram, I was like, I think 6 years ago as well was just coming out of COVID, right?
Yeah.
So the world wasn't exactly in a very positive place. People were struggling and stuff. I was like, that is an epic idea for getting 2 communities together and just kicking lumps out of each other on a football pitch and calling it charity. So yeah, I was more than happy to get involved, and yeah, very proud to get involved every year, and I'll be involved every year that you guys organise it. That's for sure.
So a big thanks. So for everyone who doesn't know, yeah, Dave is one of the reasons that we even have a shirts boots every year.
It's all Dan.
No, for a realistic. Lots of backslapping, a full backslapping. Jake, you've been doing the podcast. You can have a slap on the back as well. But yeah, no. So this year, then, so you are coming this year for the first time.
Yes, because it's really quite local in North London. It's easy on the train lines. Yeah, appreciate the locality of it. But yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because there is a space in the director's box with your name on it. There will be designated parking.
So, but I've got a scarf, like shirts for life, I hope the cameras and stuff are there to pick it up for the Sky show, right?
You're like the Luton Town equivalent of the bloke who holds up the World Cup, aren't you?
Yo, mate, it's just pure luck. Honestly, that Premier League year was mental. And Jake, when we spoke before, that was just a pure... Because my seats, I'm only in the second row from the front, right, in the main stand. And I can see exactly where the camera is on the opposite side. And there's always a little red light on it. So it's always like, right, red light, scarf up, look passionate. And yeah, in the Premier League,
as soon as it goes down, the scarf gets chucked to the side. Sit down.
No. Yeah. The scarf goes back round the neck. No. But
camera goes off. Right, fuck it. I'm off home, boys. See you later. Had 15 retweets already. Right, ta-ra.
It's back on.
Yeah, it's back on. Pretend you care. Oh, good luck, boys. Unlucky. Well played.
Yeah. Hatters. Are you going to be walking down like the pit lane at the next Grand Prix soon when the Sky doing a broad? Is that your next stunt?
Oh, you mean the battery F1? Yeah, bring back dual engines. Yeah, none of this battery lark. Yeah. But it's that just was carnage. And to be fair, the scarf's kind of stuck around now because I know the photographer at Luton and he keeps looking out for me. So I ended up in all the local papers and stuff like that. And it's just I get anxiety now if I don't bring the scarf to a game. So the scarf's got to come. It's got to go up. I hope you get some sort of paparazzi.
You need image rights, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, agent image rights.
I think you'd be up today on that. I feel like we should be now.
Yeah, well, Dan's already sorted that out. It's fine.
You are the boss, to be fair. So.
Yeah, that's right. All taken care of, mate. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. It's good sorted.
Shirts for life now. That's what.
Shirts for life scarf. Yeah. But I'm excited for the game, though. It's it's going to be really good. I hope it's going to be good. I've not been to one before, but knowing Dan, who's in charge of it, it's going to be good. I'm excited.
The standard might not be the best, but
it's very much about the atmosphere.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it exactly. Yeah, mate. I've been watching Luton all season. Don't worry about standards. It's fine because 3/4 of it was dreadful. It's a lot. As long as there's some giving it your all and the shirts win, we're good.
Yeah, we got a chance of winning something because this year we've had so much interest this year, and then last year in Holland we had something like 45, 46 players for 2 teams. Yeah. Luckily, it was the hottest day in Dutch history on that day of the year. The rubber crumb was melting, so it did help actually having that much rotation. But this year, obviously, we thought if I get another 10 people, we're going to break it up. So this year there's going to be 4 teams. Yeah. So this is a little bit of another exclusive for today. So there's 4 teams that we're going to have. We know there's obviously team boots, reigning champions of 4-time winners. Shirts 11, the people's champs. And because of the influx of the foreign lads, all the foreign lads coming over, we've now got the Shirts World 11.
Oh,
yeah. So we've got Shirts World 11, and on top of that, we've always had a lot of people who they like shirts a bit, they like a bit of boots, love football, but they do content as well. Like that's more of their, that TikTok, that YouTube, they do a bit more of that. So this year, so the first sort of breaking of this is we're going to have a content the football team. So we're going to have a bit of it'll be a sort of a few newer faces in there and a few guys who've played before that are more content based. So 4 teams, and it's going to be an A and B Cup final format. So we have 2 semi-finals of 45 minutes, and then we'll have an A final and a B final, both 45 minutes as well. So plenty of stuff.
The shirts have got to get at least one of those finals this year.
We've got to do one, exactly. We can't. I might do. We could.
When you're doing like the draw, make sure World 11 and shirts on each side of the bracket.
I think that's it. We're going to play on each side of the draw, and it should give us a good chance of picking up some sort of, well, I'd say silverware, but it's a World Cup. Yes, it's going to be gold, isn't it? All the trophies are ready. Everything's ready to go. And one other bit of news is that if you're watching this, it's great. One other bit of news is on the back of a bit of sadness we lost Alex Woodford, Gator. Better known as Gator Does Boots, and he died very sadly at the start of this year. And we are doing a few things, but the trophy, the Collector's Cup, is going to be the Alex Gator Woodford trophy for this year. So that's what we go compete. That will be little touches like that. So there's a bit of something like that for the trophy. So bits of slight sad change, but a positive. No, and he's he's won it for both teams. He's the only player to have won for both teams. So there we are. So very much so, very much a Shirts Boots legend, and it's very sad to have lost him. So there's a little bit of event day news We've also got some other things coming up, but I'll keep that to myself. So, Dave, yes, you'll be turning up on 6th of June. It'll be a full day of fun. We've got to make the tickets £5 on the door because we need to raise some money for charity. So it's £5, but you get a free program, and I think you get discount entry to RFF the next day as well if you turn up. So, Dave, great to have you on. And for this, you've now got to also pick your first favourite and fantasy kit. What is your first kit?
Not this particular size, obviously, but if you're watching it, it's this one that I'm wearing, the 96-97 home Luton Town shirt. Obviously, it wasn't going to be anyone else, was it? My first game was actually the season before, but I never got that kit. I'm not sure why. Parents, I'll have to ask them on that one. But yeah, 96-97 home shirt was my very first one. It's Pony.
Yeah.
Always like that joke. It's Pony. And we've just actually started re-releasing them at the moment as well.
Nice.
Which, yeah, it's great because sometimes you don't have to wear the original, but then other times it's like, ooh, just the originals aren't that expensive. It's quite, why are we re-releasing such a? Yeah. It's a lovely shirt. To be fair, I mean, I've got a couple of them as I got older and became an adult. Just because your first shirt, you never forget your first, do you? I couldn't tell you what the season was like. I was only 6 at the time, but the actual shirt itself has got lovely little details on it. It's got classic Pony, classic 90s round Luton badge, which is probably my least favourite badge, but it's just a good 90s shirt. Big, thick, oversized. You know the drill.
It's the best. Always the best.
They don't make them like this anymore.
No. Also, just like the piping across there and the little join of the seams and all that sort of stuff.
The collar, the details on the collar. The fact you've got the little Luton badge bits on the sleeve there to claim it's official merchandise. No DHgate back in those days.
No.
Not that they'll do Luton anyway, but yeah, you've got all of that on there. And yeah, and embossed all across it just says Luton Town, like in very kind of faint silvery embossing. And it's just details you don't get these days. You don't get this kind of je ne sais quoi.
No, indeed. Joie de vivre. Bit of avavum.
A bit of sophistication. But yeah, did you guys ever have Pony for Portsmouth, Dan?
No, Pompey never had Pony. We've had some Pony on the pitch. Don't worry about that. Fucking hell. No, we never had Pony. We at a time where it would have been lovely to have had Pony, we had Pompey Sport. We did have Admiral for a couple of years, which was incredible. We had a really good Admiral rebirth around that time, but no, never Pony, I'm afraid, mate. Where does Pony rank in terms of the kit maker for you throughout the history of Luton Town? You've had some good ones.
Oh, we've had some good ones. We've had some really good. Again, though, we've also had some really terrible ones. Pony's definitely up there. I think that's why they decided this was going to be one of the ones that they re-released because it was so popular back in the day. That mid-90s era was a strange one on the. I mean, when has Luton ever had just a simple era? But it was a strange one off the pitch. But it was done in class on the pitch with these ones. I think it's got to be up there. Umbro and Adidas for me would be the top two, and we had some in-house ones as well. But it's probably definitely top five. Definitely top five. I didn't really like Puma's stuff. That just felt like templates all the time. Obviously, we've got that long history with Umbro from the 90s and the 80s with Adidas stuff, which is just the 80s Adidas stuff was just gorgeous football shirts. And now we've got Reflow. Yeah, silence. Yeah, exactly. That was my thinking when they were announced. So they're for those of you that aren't aware of Reflow, they are a
plumbing contractor.
If I tell you that Forest Green Rovers are their other team that they provide, that might help you understand that they're very recyclable, 100% recyclable materials. They're planting a tree for every goal that we scored in our green away shirt that had leaves all over it and stuff like that. It's all hugging the earth.
Have you identified the roundabout that you're going to be putting that tree on?
Oh, low blow. To be fair, I think,
Sorry,
I think it was quite low numbers. I don't think the amount of goals we scored is going to go completely around the new stadium, but there might be small pockets of them.
I hope they saved the trees up, because otherwise the carbon footprint of taking the lorry there for each time will probably outweigh the actual benefit of that tree. It's a very noble thing they're doing.
But yeah, Pony, very good manufacturer. Really enjoyed their shirts. Lots of variety. Never felt like they had any templates. And just a really, I mean, it's special anyway, because they were my first manufacturer and first set of kits. So it kind of has some sentimental feeling in there.
Great first choice, mate. Great first shirt to have. What is your? This is the big one. What is your favourite shirt then, mate?
It was, speaking of Adidas, 1984 to 1987 orange away shirt. This is just an incredible shirt. The whole retro 80s Adidas logo, the 3 stripes on the sleeves, the orange of Luton, the 80s badge, the very subtle stripes going across it. It's just incredible. And then when you add on the match worn ones with the stitch number on the back, it's, oh my god. When I first discovered this, well, I think I was that it's just it just does things to you. You know what I mean? It does things to you. And yeah, when I first discovered this, I couldn't believe that this had never been reissued before. I say discovered it. We know when I was first really getting into shirt collecting when I was a teenager, I was like, this is incredible. How have I never seen this before? And the amount of retail copies of this was such a small run that you rarely get any retail copies, if at all. It's all like ones that are floating around are match worn ones. And if they ever came up, they come up for, nearly £1,000 because they're so rare. But if Luton, anyone at Luton, and I've said this to them so many times, the commercial team, please just remake this one. All will be forgiven about remakes. Just do this one. It's just look. You
could even take the trefoil off it, couldn't you? If you had to, whatever you had to do, just make it happen. Yeah,
2
just
stripes down the sleeve. Yeah,
there you go. Yeah, just do it. You know what? It's good that this year's World Cup kits have got that. The Adidas trefoil aways that they're issuing for the World Cup are all that 86 template, obviously tribute to the Mexico element of the sort of World Cup this year. But yeah, Christ, the sleeve cuffs. Oh my God. Yeah. It's just that, and the thing is, like you had, just on a side point, the clubs, a lot of people had the same shirt, but there's something about the colours. The colours were so vivid. They were so bright. The silks with the glossy bits. It was so crisp. It was so simple. It was so bold that it really felt like that was your club's kit, because it was so, you could put all the different versions of it. It didn't really matter because yours still looked so good. Stunning kit, mate. That is great. Is that something you've managed to get your hands on?
No. So I've got the home one. And this is the only negative thing I will say about it. I know they're old now. It's from, 84 to 87. But the material, speaking about 90s thick, lasting for ages, the material on those ones are very thin.
Yeah, it looks from that picture I put in, it does look very...
Yeah, Jake, they're so thin.
Fragile.
Yeah, fragile. That's a great way of putting it. Yeah. It feels like it's almost going to break in your hands. You're like, oh, I don't want to put this on my mannequin and take a picture. And I can't imagine that the player issue ones or anything like that were like that, because it just feels like, like paper. It's horrible. And it was Adidas. I was really surprised when I got the home one and actually had it in hand. I wouldn't say underwhelmed because the design is incredible, but the actual feel of it, I was just a bit like, oh, that's very thin. No wonder these haven't lasted and there's not many on the market, because this is just like, this would just disintegrate, not like the good 90s ones. But no, not managed to get my hands on one yet. In fact, I haven't seen one come up anywhere in a long time. It's always on the search list. It's always Googling stuff, but people that have them don't want to let them go naturally, because look at it. But one day, I'm hoping I'm going to the dream is to walk into a random charity shop somewhere, right? And then have no clue what it is and put it on sale for like $5 or something. And me just go...
You try hold your screaming in the shop.
Yeah, that's the dream. But one day I'll get it, hopefully. That's the only one really missing.
I do hope you get that shirt, to be honest. Yeah, now, this borderline, because that's your favourite shirt, and understandably so. Now, how then do you, what it fulfills your fantasy shirt, then what is your...
Right, so it was. Do you know what? I really have to think about this one because that was going to also be a fantasy shirt. But then I think the fantasy shirt has to be the 1988 home shirt, match worn Littlewoods Cup final from Brian Steen, who put 2 balls in the Arsenal net.
Wow.
That sounded really dodgy. The song doesn't sound that dodgy in my head, but it's who put the
Sounded
ball
really
in the
poetic,
Arsenal
I
net.
thought.
We got a song about it. But
So
yeah,
how's it
Brian
go?
Steen, who put the ball in the Arsenal net? Bruno. Who put the ball in the Arsenal net? Bruno Steen. Bruno Steen. And it goes on like that.
Oh, wow.
But that was our only major trophy. Typical Luton, didn't do anything easy in that game. It was before I was born, but I've watched the match so many times, it's unreal. And again, classic Adidas, classic Luton white, stripes down the 3 stripes down the sleeves. Lovely Adidas, lovely 80s badge. And just the fact that he scored 2 goals in that game, one of them being that last minute winner. And that's the one that you guys forced me to buy on eBay. Force me. You didn't force me. I just needed a gentle push in the right direction. But that match worn one, that would be just, I think, that would just be unreal, considering it was against Arsenal, Old Wembley, our only ever major trophy, which is still one more than those up the M1. And in the way that we did it and the manner that we did it, coming back against, Arsenal was, if you've never seen those match highlights, it's just as a Luton fan, obviously I'm going to say what a day, what a game. But it was just something about that. I was going to say Steve Foster, the captain with the headband, who actually lifted the trophy, but Brian Steen scored 2 goals in a major final. And we didn't get to play in Europe, but he still scored 2 goals in a major final.
Of course, that was the days of, off the back of Heysel, wasn't it?
It was indeed. So we won the old League Cup. It was the Littlewoods Cup back then, and we couldn't play in Europe.
Is that shirt, David? Then is that as rare as the away one? That's your favourite?
I think I've only ever seen 2 match worns from that particular game, like ever. And there's a Luton collector. I mean, he's been doing it way longer than me. A guy called Justin, and he just somehow seems to have Steve Foster. I think he's got Steve Foster's or someone's match worn from that game with all of the embroidery and all that kind of stuff, and the stitch number on the back, the number 5. And he's got a replica of the Littlewoods Cup and stuff like that. He's like next level. But that's the benefit of doing it long. Unfortunately, I'm hindered by age. Right, when you're a bit older and you're around during those kind of times, you got connections. But that day, those match worn ones, I think, like I said, I've only ever seen 2. I have no idea where the rest gone. Hopefully to the players, and they weren't. Back in those days, I know, we reused kits and stuff like that because it didn't have names on the back; it was just numbers. And I hope they weren't then reused for the following league season. But I'd like to think they went to the players. I'm sure Mick Harford's got his big number 9 one. He must have. Mate,
3 great choices there. Absolutely brilliant. And good insight. Good selections, and just generally great love of kits, mate. Great picks. Well done, Dave. Thank you.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Hey, glad to get some Luton kits in the spotlight. There we go. It's not the most glamorous of clubs or towns, but if I can bring some je ne sais quoi, as we said earlier, I will.
Dave, thanks. Brilliant, mate. Absolutely superb. First favourite fantasy. Great triple F, mate. Fantastic picks. Truly Luton Town classics. Looking forward to seeing you. Shirts versus Boots 2026 on June the 6th, Saturday, June the 6th, Haringey Borough FC, North London. 12 o'clock doors, £5 adults, £2 kids, and plenty of fun to be had. All the money goes to Haringey Borough FC's Community Trust, which is their newly set up thing, or being set up charity to support the club against the tyranny of the local council, and their sort of their lack of ability to issue them with a lease agreement so they can stay at their stadium that they've invested money into to keep. They want to try and sell it off. Anyway, so it's all to do with them and helping a great local club stay afloat. USA 94 themed event guest. Jake's in at the the Pasadena, what's that? The Rose Bowl Pasadena, somewhere in there's Diana Ross. So yeah, USA 94 themed. Bring all your best. Literally, you can't get USA 94 up enough for this. I promise you, you will love it.
Gents, just quickly, I just want to say a massive thank you for inviting me on as well. It's been an honour to come on your show. Thank you for the invite, much appreciated. And Dan, you're right, to be fair, because even before I joined on the program, I'm being pushed for USA 94 remake stuff from like Abercrombie and whatever. So even if you're on a budget, you can still get USA 94 up.
100%, mate. There's no excuse. We'll even actually have SVB merch on the day that you can buy for the first time ever that will be event themed. So that we'll have a few like event t-shirts. They're on order. I think they're going to be £20 or £25 because I can't get it for less, but it's classic. It's going to look fucking banging, mate. It's worth having. So we'll have stuff like that on the day as well, so you can all get involved.
Beautiful.
Right. Thank you very much, Dave. Absolute honour to have you on.
No, my honour. Thank you, guys.
See you soon. Thank you, gents.
Thank you, boys.